Hello everyone. So today we do some recap about the previous lecture, and I will show you how to set up your virtual machine. So let's start by the thing that you should know or you should keep in mind from the previous lecture. So we need to know the difference, or that we have two things. We have the hardware and we have the software. So the software programs contain instructions to perform actions and make decisions that control the hardware. The software can be low level, which is the driver code, or high level, which is the application that you are using, for example, to open music, to open a Word file, or whatever. The hardware includes the keyboard, the screen, the hard disk, the CPU, which is something kind of you can touch. So another term that you need to know is the operating system, the OS, which provides the connection between the hardware and the software. For example, when you type a key on the keyboard, the operating system accepts the input and sends the output to your monitor. So here, the operating system is the link between the hardware and the software. Now we have several types of operating system. We have the Windows, which is the type of operating system most of you are probably familiar with. We have Windows XP 7, 8, 10, 11. We have the Macintosh, which is the operator system supported on Apple computers, which is based on Unix systems. And we have the Linux, which is another type of operating systems, which we will be used through this semester. Linux also based on Unix system and it has several types of distributions available. So here Ubuntu is the Linux distribution that we will see during this semester. More things to know. The native operating system means the primary operating system on system. The virtual machine, which is the virtual that allowing a non-native operating systems to run on your machine. For example, which will be the case today for me at least. So I'm a Windows user, which is my native operating system. It's Windows, and I will be installing a virtual machine for Linux. Means I'm allowing a non-native operating system, which is Linux, to run on my Windows machine without bothering my native operating system. Now, the VMware, which is a software application that manages one or more virtual machines. We have, for example, VMware Fusion, which is the software application to manage the virtual machines on macOS. We have the VMware Workstation, which is the software application to manage the virtual machines on Windows. Another term, which is you may see it, which is the UTM, which is similar to VMware, but for M1 Macs. So we will be using the VMware and UTM to install Ubuntu as a virtual machine on your personal computer. But before that, let's visualize the virtual machines. For example, on Windows machine, which, as I thought, will be the case for me today. So the blue box is your native operating system, what is on your laptop. The green boxes are just applications, and the purple boxes, the purple boxes are the virtual machines. So these Ubuntu and Macintosh operating systems think that they are the only operating system that can use any of these resources. So your virtual machine workstation or your VMware Fusion or your UTM, whatever you are using to manage these virtual machines, will keep that illusion going. So your your VMware is your manager for each virtual machine you have. Now erase disk and install Ubuntu like it's like creating a virtual disk that you can use to run this operating system. But it is not going to erase your laptop. So to summarize, we have the blue box, which is the native operating system that it is installed in your machine. We have the VMware workstation. So we have here two, uh, two ones, the Ubuntu and the Macintosh. And the other green, boxes, they are just applications like, for example, Windows, Microsoft Word, PyCharm, Zoom, etc. Now, another example for the M1 Mac. So here, if you want Mac Energy 2, that will work as well. So here again, your native operating system is Macintosh, and your virtual machine here is, instead of the VMware workstation, we have here the UTM, and your virtual machines are the Ubuntu and the Windows. Now, let's see what is the shell is, or we talked about it last video, but let's summarize what is the shell. So the shell is the program that takes our commands and gives them to the operating system to perform. It is a way for you to interact with your operating system. Now, the default shell is almost all Linux systems almost all Linux systems is Bash. There are many other shells, but Bash is currently the most popular. Now, what if I want to access to the shell? Here, we will need another program called the terminal in Ubuntu, or the command line interpreter. So again, here we have the shell that takes our commands from the terminal or from the command line interpreter, and it will give it to the operating system to be operated. Now let's go and set up our virtual machine. So you will find here guide. For me, as I told you, I'm Windows user, so I will follow the Windows version, but you will have the Mac one and the Macintosh guide. So this would be your lab 0, and in which by the end of this lab, I will ask you to get a screenshot to approve or to make sure that you have your virtual machine installed. So at the end, you will paste your screenshot in a document and save the document as your last name, lab 0, but here you need to replace your last name with your last name, and then you will upload your document or PDF, which I recommend it will be PDF to avoid any problem, and you will need to upload it to the canvas showing your screenshot. And then congratulations, you are completed your lab 0. But let's see what lab 0 contains or how to set up. So first of all, we need to install the VMware Workstation player. So we'll click on this link and it will open the browser. Then, so it's all detailed. So here click on Try Workstation 7 player for Windows. So here we need to download. Then it is download. So we need to wait to be downloaded. Then we'll be clicking on next, then next. So here nothing really special about it. And then we need to accept the license agreement and click also next. Okay, so here we have our .exe. Yes. So it is preparing the VMware to be installed. So here we click on next. Then I accept the terms in the license. Then next. Then next. And we keep following. So the screenshot there. Next. Here, if you want to create some shortcuts, I choose to create both. So we click next, then install. So then it will be completing the installation, and after it complete, we will click finish to complete the installation. Then the prompt should be asked to restart my computer. Then we will be working on the VMware workstation, how many size we need, and how to create new virtual machine, etc. Then we will be going to download the Ubuntu. After finishing downloading the Ubuntu, we'll be creating our virtual machine. So we have the Ubuntu, we have the VMware workstation. Now we will be creating our new virtual machine. So we just here need to follow the screenshots. The first one will ask the installer disk, so we will choose the second one. Then once you open the .iso file, you should see a message like this. So here it will browse where this operating system will use easy install, which is good and exactly what you want. So you will print next. Then here you will browse your Ubuntu. Then you will enter your full name and username here, and you will choose a password for your virtual machine that you need to remember it. Then click next. Now you need to name your virtual machine. For example, in my case, I name it Amal-VM. And for the desktop capacity, here we are going to stick with the default 20 gigabytes. We won't use more than that, but you can make sure. Okay, so here it is asking to restart. I don't want to stop the recording, so that's why I'm gonna follow the steps, which is easy. So I hope you will not find any problems because it's detailed, but if you find any problem, just let me know and we'll figure it out together. So returning to the size, so we said that we'll be using only 20, but you can use more. So you should see a screen similar to this setup. If you want to customize the hardware further, you can, but for our purposes here, the default is fine. So make sure that the power on this virtual machine after creation is checked and then click finish. Then you will see some screen, something like this on your screen. Then choose English, then click continue. Then select the minimal installation and make sure that download updates while using Ubuntu is checked. Then you need to erase disk and install Ubuntu, then click on install now. So then click continue. If you see this screen, then where are you? You can type Michigan. Then you need to enter your full name, the name of your virtual machine, the username, and your password for Ubuntu. You can use the same information that you set up earlier. Then you need to click continue. Then the installation is completed and you need to restart. So you will see a screen like this. So here, click on your name, enter your password here, and then if prompt for software update, click install now, then enter your password and wait for the updates to be completed. You can install now or you can do it later. Then the fourth part is to run your virtual machine. So you have everything ready to be to start running the virtual machine. So once the updates and you want to finish installing, you will see a screen like this. You will click on your name. You will need to click twice. Once you to enter the virtual machine window, and once to click on your name. So you need to enter your password that you set up earlier and hit enter. After doing this, if prompt to restart, click restart now and let your computer restart. So that's why I'm not doing this, because we have to restart 2 or 3 times, so I don't interrupt the recording. Then you will skip the button at the top right, and you can do this later if you really want to, but it's not necessary. Now we have our virtual machine. So here you will connect your online accounts if you want. For live patch, just click next at the top right. And for the help improve Ubuntu page, select whichever option you are comfortable with and click next at the top right. I choose not to send system info. And you can, so here to help improve Ubuntu, the privacy setting also is up to you. And now you should arrive at the ready to go page where you can click done at the top right. Now on your desktop, click on the 9 small squares here in the bottom left corner, and this will pull up your applications in the search bar at the top, which is here. You will need to start typing the word terminal and click on the terminal application when it shows up. So here we have our terminal. You need to take a screenshot like the one below, showing that your terminal window looks like. So this is the screenshot that you need to submit it as your lab 0 to say that, okay, I'm done. I finished installing my virtual machine and I'm ready to go. So again, how to install it? You need how to upload it on the canvas with your last name dash lab 0. Okay, now going back. So here, as we said, to start the terminal, you need to click on the 9 small squares in the bottom left. And here to start the terminal, you just type to search your terminal and it will show up. Then to run a command as an administrator, etc. So here we have our terminal. Also, you can also add your terminal to your favorites, and this will help you to not every time go to the 9 points and search for the terminal, etc. You just add to favorite and it will be shown in the bar on the left. One more thing is you can open as many terminals as you want. It's like you are opening words. You can open 1, 2, 3 words document that they are independent. Same for the terminal. You can open as many terminals as you want, and they are all independent. So this is how to install your virtual machine. Please let me know if you have any question, and thank you.